Hey, welcome to Smoles Family Reactions. Another Bad Batch episode is out. This is episode 10 of the 16 episode series. This one is titled Common Ground. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. Hey, if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. We just made it over 6,000 subscribers here last week. So again, thank you to everybody who's subscribed. Really very appreciative of everybody who watches us. We really enjoy doing this as a family. And certainly a highlight for me, creating memories with my kids and watching Star Wars and Marvel and all the other stuff we do. It's certainly a whole lot of fun, and we're thrilled that we get to share that with you. So welcome to our channel. We're thrilled that you've joined us. Yes, we are here for now Bad Batch episode 10, Common Ground. Last week's episode, let's do a very, very quick recap. A couple things that stood out to me. One, the big reveal was, according to Tech, Omega is an unaltered first-generation clone that makes her just like Boba Fett, except she's not Boba Fett because she's Omega and she's a female. That would make her a sister. Sister. So you have a twin sister. Yes, Omega would be, I guess, the equivalent to a sister to Boba Fett, which is pretty exciting. I think it opens a door greatly for Boba Fett to be in the show. Speaking of Boba Fett, Cad Bane was in that episode a lot last week with the reveal from 2 weeks ago. Love Cad Bane. Great character. I enjoyed last week's episode going to, it wasn't on Kamino. I don't remember the name of the, I don't know if they ever gave the name of the planet, but it was certainly had a lot of Kamino technology. You saw Kamino cloning going on. It certainly appeared like the Kaminoans were cloning themselves. We were reintroduced to an Attack of the Clones character, Tonway, who maybe she said 2 or 3 lines, and well, now Tonway's not with us anymore because Fennec Shand showed up and took her out. So Cad Bane was trying to cash in on his bounty back to the Kaminoans, but the Kaminoans seem to be at odds because Fennec Shand works for Nala Se, and Cad Bane was hired by Lama Su, and Lama Su's not trusting Nala Se with taking care of Omega. Meg, for whatever reason, Nala Se is protecting Omega. We don't know if it's a maternal thing or if she has bigger plans. Maybe there's an Empire connection or some secret that we're not aware of that Nala Se knows about, and she's trying to keep that away from everybody else. Or it could just be that she's looking out for her and cares for her and she's growing close to her and she doesn't want anything to happen to her. But I'm kind of suspecting that maybe there's another reason behind why Nala Se is trying to keep Omega from the other Kaminoans, and they just want her DNA so they can have first generation clone DNA so that they can keep making copies of copies. But I think they're doing experiments to try to come up with some sort of superior clone, and I don't know if that means trying to figure out a way to make them force sensitive or whatever it is. I still think there's something special about Omega. Don't know what it is, but she certainly seems to be very intuitive, and she certainly has a higher skill set in some areas, so I think there's something special about her. And back to Cad Bane, I said last week and 2 weeks ago that I want to see the Cad Bane Boba Fett showdown, but one thing I did not pick up on last week that everybody else was very observant about was that Cad Bane, when he took his hat off, had some sort of metal plate covering or some sort, or metal plate head covering or something under his hat, which would indicate that it's very possible that his showdown with Boba Fett has already taken place. Now, we don't know because we haven't seen Boba Fett. We have not seen his armor. We haven't seen his armor, and we haven't seen if he has the dent in his helmet. But even if it's already taken place, that's fine. It makes it established, that much more established canon, and I got to believe at some point, whether it's in this show or maybe the Book of Boba Fett in a flashback scene, we could actually see the showdown between Cad Bane and Boba Fett. I just want to see it at some point, somewhere, somehow. It doesn't have to be the show, but I do want to see that come to fruition instead of the very rough draft of that was shown at Celebration a few years ago. So in last week's episode, just kind of continuing, Cad Bane had Omega, was going to take her to the Kaminoans, but Fennec Shand showed up because she wanted her share of the bounty as well, but it wasn't for Lama Su, it was for Nala Se. And Fennec Shand actually won out because the Bad Batch showed up and rescued Omega, who had escaped through a flight pod or whatever it was. Pretty good battle between Cad Bane and Fennec Shand as Omega was escaping. Bad Batch showed up, a la Empire Strikes Back, opened the hatch. There she is, rescued. And Hunter's making some promises to Omega, who's feeling pretty down about the way things are going. Why are all these bounty hunters after me? Why is this happening to me? And she doesn't, she's scared of going back to Camino because she now doesn't know what's going to happen. Hunter made the promise to her that she'll never go back to Camino again, which we very clearly know what that means. That means sometime in the next 2 or 3 episodes, they will be back on Camino, and Omega will be facing the threat of Lama Su and the rest of the Kaminoans. And we know at some point here, there's got to be whatever the contingency is for the Kaminoans. They go up against War Mantle for the Empire because they want to get rid of the clones and have recruits as stormtroopers. No more clones. I do suspect that'll show up in this series before the end of the season. And of course, wondering who else could possibly show up. We've speculated about that all year. I really enjoy the show. I like the world building. I like the Bad Batch and the family aspect of Hunter looking out for Omega, like a father, and Uncle Wrecker, and Uncle Echo, and Tech, and all. I really enjoy the tight-knit group that they have. It's just good storytelling within the Star Wars world. And as a Star Wars fan, I certainly appreciate that, and am looking forward to seeing how this rest of the season plays out. Obviously, a lot more to speculate on. There's a lot more things I could talk about. We're going to jump right into the episode. The kids are going to join me here in a second. You guys left a lot of great comments for last week's episode. Last 2 episodes have been really good episodes, and really, again, appreciate everybody's comments. I enjoy reading them. You guys just bring a lot of insight and observation, things that we miss, and things that I do pick up on, and then can expand on what I'm thinking about it. So I really appreciate all the interaction that we get to have with you guys. But again, we are thrilled that you join us for this. So if you're new, please subscribe. Be sure to leave some comments for this episode. What you think of the season so far down below, and what you think of this episode after we watch it here. And I'll be sure to interact with those as much as possible. And time permitting next week, I'll read a few like we've done in the past. But right now, the kids are going to join me, and we are going to react to The Bad Batch, Season 1, Episode 10, Common Ground, right now.
Man, I missed it.
Right on cue.
Common ground, not the high ground.
Ooh, city.
That's a cool city.
It's pretty.
People.
Yeah, there's people.
There are.
Lots of people.
I was watching some old Clone Wars. The animation has come so far.
I know.
It's crazy.
Fire is not your enemy,
Yes, it is.
your loyalty. Yet that has not been forthcoming here on Raxis.
I can't.
Raxis.
Yeah.
Isn't that where... That's where Ahsoka met her boyfriend. Lux.
Yeah.
Ahsoka had a boyfriend.
I forgot about him. I hated him so much.
Hey, we got a Ahsoka Tano lightsaber unboxing getting posted soon. Check it out.
Few words about the importance of
No. This is wrong.
It is wrong.
Cower at them! Acts of oppression!
Poor Joy.
No, he's like, oh, I got a mission. I'm out.
They have every right to be here. You're the ones trespassing.
Oppression.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I love this. They mean business now. It's starting to look more and more like the Empire. Oh, we're going back to Sid's bar. Rick.
How's the Mantel mix, kid?
Oh, back to the Mantel mix.
Mm-hmm.
better than ever.
Looks like chocolate covered in
Popcorn.
popcorn. If you can even do that. I mean, it seems like it'd be the other way around.
Tech's right.
Popcorn covered chocolate?
No.
Too much heat on us right now.
Chocolate covered popcorn
Yeah.
would be easier. Sid.
I think that stuff looks more like colored popcorn.
Yeah. You're right.
Simple extraction on
Another
Raxis.
mission.
In a history lesson, Goggle. You're being hired to...
Help a separatist? Not gonna happen.
Hunter,
There are no separatists anymore.
war's over. There's a new war.
Yeah.
If anything happens to her,
Yeah, bandana. Just get out of here.
Bandana. I love her nicknames.
I know. I like Sid.
staying with Sid.
But the mission. I'm part of this squad too.
You're like 8.
Right.
I don't know. 12.
Actually, have been 13. She might be 13.
She might be.
I got a mission for you. Now get scrubbing.
Oof. She's gonna run off, isn't she? She's gonna get herself into trouble.
There's the conch droid.
No.
Every episode, conch droid. You're gonna have to realize that.
It looks like Earth.
It does.
Have you noticed how whenever a ship comes out of hyperspace, it always goes phew, and then zooms in as
Yeah.
it's like going towards the planet? Like
That's cool.
every time.
It's a good effect. Might as well keep using it. It's like early version of the TIE fighters. Those are cool.
Hunter, the client is a separatist. How do we know this isn't a trap?
Got news for you, Echo. The Separatists are more allies than...
Trees.
It's fall. Fall on Raxis. I heard it's beautiful there during fall. You should go there sometime during the fall. Just saying.
Me, forget politics. We're here to
Exactly.
do the job.
It's just,
I'm very
Alright.
pleased to hear you say that.
Who are you?
cool. Ah, you.
Client.
A clanker.
We're working for a droid.
That is correct.
Tex, like his armor is my favorite
Mhm.
with his
Yeah.
like.
Goggles.
Mhm.
You're not doing a very good job of scrubbing there, Omega.
That's like
Sorry.
attitude.
I've got news for you, kid. Life ain't fair.
Keep
you don't like it?
scrubbing.
Stop pouting and do something about it. Maybe if you weren't so helpless, those 4 laser brains wouldn't have left you here with me.
That's cold.
Oh.
Helpless.
What are you two looking at?
I like her though.
Look, kid. I told Dark and Broody I'd keep an eye on you.
Batman. I guess Hunter is Batman. Dark and
Oh
broody.
goodness.
There are 6 exterior guards and multiple heat signatures inside. 4 in the
Nice, this
subterranean
feels like a
level.
mission in Battlefront. Let's go do it.
It's weird seeing them like not good guys.
Mm.
The clones.
The clones, yeah. They can't help it though.
I know.
I suggest you leave before. Oh dear.
Stop! Stop!
They really have turned into stormtroopers. Like.
I know. That's the chip in their head, I guess.
Mhm.
Good soldiers follow orders.
What did you say? Something about a chick one time?
Yeah.
Inhibitor chick.
Inhibitor chicks, yeah.
Our YouTube name.
Right.
The inhibitor chick.
Forgot about that.
Tech, we'll take the main floor and below. Droid, you're sticking with me.
Tech's goggles make his eyes look like he's like just like.
I love it though. Like when I draw, I love drawing like glasses or goggles on
Okay.
characters.
Also, Tech is. He's got the
There's 2 at the
scanner helmet thing and the goggles.
I love his design.
I'll handle them. You and Omega loop back around.
Omega.
It would be impossible seeing as Omega is not on this mission.
Oh, you miss Omega.
Oh. Busted.
To
Ow.
set to stun.
Oh, that would be painful. Oh, nice.
Careful. This antique vase was gifted to Senator Singh for his years of service.
They just telegraphed it getting broke.
It's
gonna happen.
going to
It's
get
gonna get
broken
broke.
now.
You can't throw that line in there without breath. She's walking off with it.
I
It's gonna
know.
get broke. Way to go.
I wouldn't do that.
Hear that? We got an expert here.
The eye roll.
I told you.
Well, expert.
The Jerk, is that what the game's called? The Jerk. I think it's the Jerk. Never play with a Wookiee. Or at least don't beat a Wookiee.
Wanna take us outside?
Gladly.
Hey, he's weird with his mouth.
No,
Those
Yeah.
things, I know. They
It's a strategy
make me
game.
comfortable.
I'm good at strategy.
She's good at strategy.
how good? Enough to win a few matches for some money.
All about that money.
What's my cat?
There you go, Mega.
30%.
60.
No, she drives a tough bargain.
She's adorable, though.
Oh, an interrogator droid. Did you see it?
I did.
Where did we see one of those before?
I know.
An unwise choice.
See it?
Yeah.
Where did we see that before?
Oh, that's awesome.
A New Hope.
Oh, yeah.
Darth Vader interrogating Leia. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh.
I seriously, we need to watch this.
And it always fails at its job.
An alert has been triggered.
Yeah, you're busted. Oh, the alarm.
That looks like a tech version of like security system. It looks like tech.
I love the Star Wars alarm.
How do you intend to gain control of the armored vehicle from up here?
Why is she walking around with the vase?
I don't know because she's stupid.
Notice how they're stunning all the... They're not, yeah, they're stunning all of them. I like that.
I do too.
It shows they still look at him as brothers.
You can't possibly expect me to do that.
Well, bro, it's better than sitting in a prison cell. That's
Right.
Be poked by a...
Slide down the
Just smacked him on the... Just shoved him onto the floor. I'm just worried about the vase. Like, that's all I care about.
They made you care. It's a valuable vase.
Why does she have it? Why didn't she put it back?
They should take it with, you know.
The rear axle stabilizer is offline. We will need
That's
to
it.
recalibrate manually.
Looked like he got blown up to me.
Yeah.
That's like, we got a flat tire. He's always excited.
Rip.
Wow. How many tanks they got?
A
A lot.
Yeah.
Jinx. Jinx again.
Oh, the vase became a weapon.
Whoa.
Yeah, nice. Knocked him out.
What's that little stinker doing now?
Yeah, he's up to something. A lot of action in this one. I like it. It totally looks like Battlefront. I love it. It's not Naboo, but it's like
That's what I was thinking. It looked like Naboo.
Yeah.
A subterranean passage.
Oh, secret passage. Senator's got to have a secret passage.
If you don't mind, please blast a hole in the wall right here.
That I can do.
Wrecker's like, mind?
yeah.
Why would I mind?
Why don't you the Wrecker's like...
Yeah, that droid's pretty agile. 3PO wouldn't have been. He would have rolled down that hill.
He wouldn't have rolled. He would have tumbled.
You're right.
And gone, oh, my head.
I think he just wanted to use another one.
Yeah, any chance to use an explosive. Wrecker's all about that.
What am I doing? I cannot abandon my people.
Oh, goodness. Yes, you can. Get on the... You can come back to them one day.
What's all this?
Yeah. So much for laying low. She's drawing a
No
crowd.
one can stop this kid.
Of course.
First I thought that was Chiss, but it's Pantora. What's Pantora's name? I think Pantora.
I know, like, the blue people.
Yeah, that looks like a Chiss, like Thrawn, but it's not.
No, I know what you're talking about because they are in the Clone Wars, but I forgot the name of them.
Pantora.
Kid, where'd you learn to do that?
She's a natural. I've never seen anything like it.
Yep. Let's see. She's got
Told you to
she's
keep
got
an
abilities.
profile.
Yeah, she does.
This is the opposite.
Oh, Hunter, you're being mean.
I know. She's having
Pay
fun.
off the debt you boys owe me.
Oh, she paid off.
Try showing a little
She paid off their
gratitude
debt.
to my friend. Senator, glad you made it. Let's talk payment.
Money.
Oh, Wrecker just shouldered him.
Oh, nice.
You don't want Wrecker eyeballing you like that.
I wanted to be useful,
That cracked me up.
even if I couldn't go on the mission.
Poor Omega. She tried so hard.
One match. If you win, then no more sitting out on missions.
She's like, all right, let's do it.
You ready for this?
I'm a first generation unaltered Django clone. I'm gonna whoop you.
Wow.
Oh no, it's a cliffhanger.
No!
Who won?
It's the worst cliffhanger ever. I really just enjoyed this episode.
I did. It was fun. I thought it was a fun episode. Some people are going to call this episode filler because it kind of stepped down from the story a little bit. But I love the empire building that you saw on Raxis.
Yeah.
You see how the oppression on Raxis.
I don't think it was filler because it showed how the Empire is growing.
Yeah, we saw the oppression on the empire building that I've been wanting to see a little bit. We saw it on Raxis, how they're taking over everything. And I love the action. It was fun. Reminding me, I love Battlefront, both the old versions and the new ones, especially Battlefront 2 on Naboo. That reminded me a lot of some of the battles you get on there. I thought it was pretty cool.
It also kind of just reminded me of like back to like the Clone Wars, kind of the action from that.
Yeah, absolutely. They showed Bad Batch, their strategists. You know, I love that they had their weapon set to stun.
Yes, that was great.
With their brothers there, because you know, even though they're the enemy, they're still their brothers, and they're not in their own will. They're acting under the will of the inhibitor chip.
Did you say it on purpose?
No, I really didn't. I think it entered my mind as I was saying it. So the other cool thing is then you see Omega showing some serious skills with strategy.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I mean I think Django. We'll have to do some research on Django. I think maybe we don't know. I don't know what stories have been told about him prior than what was in Attack of the Clones. But I think he's a bounty hunter. He's a strategist. I think he was involved, and we heard from Boba Fett in The Mandalorian that he was involved in Mandalorian Wars. And so it stands to reason that Omega's gonna, because she's a direct clone of Django, with the exception that she's female.
Yeah.
Unaltered. She's got some strategy. I still want to know what's special about her. Is it just that she's, or are they? I think remember last episode they said that just get the DNA sample or get the sample from her, and then Lama Su said kill her. And Nala says like, no, you can't do that.
I wonder if it's like something to do with like strategy for like a war or something like.
Well, yeah, they're trying some sort of enhancements.
Some, like,
yeah,
major strategists.
Yeah, they want enhanced clones, and Omega's the key to that, and they want her DNA samples to make that happen, to make some clones to do that. So we're still learning a lot about what all this means. I think it's all really going to come to a head at some point where I think that the clones are going to turn. I hope that like with the chip somehow they can all be deactivated, and that you're going to see the clones actually going against the Empire. And we know that's not going to end well.
Yeah,
unfortunately. But that's kind of where I want to see the show to go. Did I say that right? That's where I want the show to go. Or I'd like to see it go.
That's how I'd like to see the show to go.
Man, I got an inhibitor chip in my head. I can't talk right. So anyway, yes, very excited to see where it's going. Want Boba Fett to show up. He's got to. His name's been dropped, and just there's too much out there now for it to not happen. Yes, and now he's doing the hand gestures with me. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. We are thrilled that you joined us for this episode of The Bad Batch. Let us know what you think of this episode down below. I don't like calling episodes filler episodes, just another story along the way. It's part of the journey, and all this stuff pays off in the end. Love watching it. So thank you for joining us. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment. Big thumbs up. May the Force be with you, and we will see you next time.